forget it's on. Yeah, hit fruit. You gotta forget it's on because it's gotta be real.
Okay.
So, biggest highlights. Number one biggest highlight of your life.
Number one is the bad experience from this year, because it's put me on a path to find God. It's put me on the right path. Like, I've learned from it.
How would you say you're different from before that to now?
Well, before that, like, I guess, like, when we went to church, like, they talked about, like, drifting and completely dropping out. I was completely dropping out from following God. And I was, like, I was sad and I didn't know how to overcome it. And now that I've experienced, like, all the pain and stuff, now, through the foundation and everything, like, now I know how to handle it. And, like, I've learned to follow the path towards God instead of away.
What did you learn specifically that helped with that?
That, I think, like, mostly is just that the negative thoughts are all lies. They're not true. And I think that's what helped, like, the most, because that's, like, the number one thing is you have to recognize your thoughts and let them go, because they're lies. Your negative thoughts.
Second highlight of your whole life.
The foundation. Just, like, getting more involved in it. I guess, like, when I first started, like, the academy, I wasn't super involved with, like, the foundation and everything. And now that I'm, like, involved with it, it's, like, a whole different thing. Like, it's way better than, like, I mean, I love the academy, but, like, the foundation is way more than that, than just, like, tennis. So I guess that would be my second highlight, is getting more involved into it.
What do you like specifically?
All the, like, the leadership talks, all the positive energy, the work that teaches you, like, how to live life happy and successful, pretty much. Like, it's helping me, like, realize, like, what I need to do to become happy.
What do you think some of those things are?
Well, I think I like listening a lot, because it sounds weird, but, like, listening I think is one of the most important things, because the more you listen to people, the more you gain from it. Like, if somebody is just, like in the leadership talks, if you're not really listening, they're boring. Like, you don't understand it. But, like, when you listen and you, like, understand what they're saying, it's, like, life-changing. It's, like, something you can never, like, get just by yourself, or, like, you have to, like, hear it almost and, like, see it. So I think, like, listening is really important in gaining, like, insights and wisdom.
Other than the leadership talks and learning to listen and learning to overcome negative. Oh, what's that saying?
Munching.
Is it still recording?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
What other things do you like, or what things make you happy or do you enjoy in the foundation?
Like, what things the people. Like, I think other than, like, the learning experience and stuff, it's also, like, the environment, the people. Like, everybody there is positive. Like, there's no negative energy whatsoever. Like, everybody's trustworthy, everybody sets a good example, and everybody's, like, friendly. Everybody's kind to each other, and there's, like, no drama, no being negative. And then even if one of them, like, even if, like, I was being negative or something, I have all of them to fall back on to like tell me, you know, like you don't, to be a good, they set an example of like how much that being positive has helped them and being able to let go of their thoughts. So I think it's, a lot of it is the environment and the people there.
What people stand out to you in particular?
Kimberly, Shelby, and then I think some of the younger kids, well, like my age kids do too, like Kennedy and Aaron. I think those four are like the top, and Nicole. I think those are like the top 5 people there that are like the most inspirational or most positive and stuff, and just like, I don't know, that make the environment complete, make the positive energy. They make everything complete. Like,
third highlight of your whole life, 14 years.
okay, I really like the Miami trip. The Team Brian trip to Miami. That was a big highlight for me, because that's like, well, first of all, it's like the farthest I've ever traveled. Like, usually I'm like, the farthest I've ever traveled before that was like, I think I went to Tennessee one time, but yeah, that's like the farthest I've ever traveled, and it was like really beautiful, and we got to like, it was like a learning experience too, and like got to meet the Bryan brothers, which was like amazing. That was so cool. They're like the coolest people ever, like that I've ever like met. They're like so, I don't know, they seem so involved in like the foundation and stuff. They seem like they're so into it and involved, rather than like, oh, they just like donate money to us, whatever. And like, I think the trip was really fun too, to get closer to some of my friends, like Kennedy, Blake, and Chase. That was pretty cool to spend time with, and they're all positive people, so I think that was pretty cool, just to be able to like hang out with them and like get to know them better. And then, well, I already knew Kennedy, but and then I think just overall it was pretty cool to like we had to share and stuff, like about the foundation and stuff, and talk, and I think it was just a really good learning experience, just like to learn. Especially I thought it was like really good in learning how to speak in front of people, because there was quite a few people there when we were talking in front of everybody. So like, I think it'll help in the future, like when you talk in front of a big crowd, like you just go back to that moment and remember what you did to like keep calm without getting like nervous and stuff.
Of all the things you learned in Miami, what's the one thing that helped you the most with your happiness?
Hold on, let me think for a second.
Anything. All the people we met, all the people we talked to at the tennis in Miami.
Okay, I know.
Anywhere.
I know now. Okay. Well, when we were doing the presentations, I don't remember the kids' names or anything, but remember these kids got up there that were from like, I don't remember where they were from. They were from like a bad city, like a lot of like negative behavior and everything like that. And I remember just like hearing about these kids and like how their lives changed, like how they turned around and became better people. Like they're getting involved with bad people, doing negative negative people, negative things and stuff. And then they found this tennis place, and I can just remember this one kid saying, you know, he used to like ride his skateboard around there and stuff, and like he thought tennis was like a girly sport or something like that because he wanted to be cool or whatever, and he would just ride his skateboard around there and watch him play. And I remember he said the lead person there offered him to come and play because he's seen him around there like riding his skateboard and stuff, and he was like, oh no. And then a couple weeks after, he came back and asked if he could play, and like I just found that really inspirational, like how they turn their lives around and are doing well, and they're happy and doing something that it's like around positive energy, you know, like doing something productive.
When you were talking with my brother, what did you learn from him?
Okay, yeah, that I forgot that was in Miami. Okay, that surpasses that part, I think. Well, he helped me like realize like more of the negative thoughts. Like he told me about the dirty dogs or whatever, which are negative thoughts, and how they're all just lies. And it was just like, it was really inspiring because he was telling me like that not to feel that way, like because I opened up and I shared my like some of my feelings, and he kind of told me, you know, well, what are you doing thinking that, you know, like those are just lies. Everybody gets like negative thoughts and stuff, dirty dogs. They're all just lies. They're not true. You just have to notice them. You taught me this too, is to notice them and let them go and know they're just lies. Like none of it's true. Even if it's like a positive thought, you still can't like get all excited about it. Like you can think, oh, I'm gonna win the tournament, blah blah blah. You can't like get excited about that because that might be a lie too. I mean, it could happen, but it's still a lie.
Highlight of your whole life.
Number 4. Okay.
Your whole life. Anything.
Me and my dad used to do stuff, like more stuff, like camping. Cause there's a bunch of them. Like I can't name like one certain memory. Like just all the like good memories with my dad. Like when they used to be like, we used to do stuff like camping, fishing, hiking, climbing, kayaking, boating, like all that stuff. I think going to the beach and stuff. I think those were like, yeah, those were highlights. All of those were. Every time, even if we had bad memories during the good times, there's still a highlight for me because I miss going and doing that stuff with him because it was still like spending time with him. Number 5.
Biggest highlight ever.
Getting closer with my mom. After all like the negative stuff with my dad, even though some bad stuff happened while I was at my mom's with my dad, it was still really cool to like finally be with her and just be able to build a relationship, a better relationship, get to know her, see that like when I moved in, to see that she was actually not as bad as I thought. Like she improved since I was a little kid. Like I could tell right when I moved in, I could tell like, whoa, she's like way different. Like she wasn't like this when I was little. I mean, she still had her flaws and everything like that, and